how did you get turned on to this shit? Because I obviously you're Grandmaster Kaz, the DJ, before you're the MC. Yes.
Yeah, I'm Casanova Fly.
Casanova Fly from the Casanova. What, Casanova Brothers? Was that it?
Well, what it was a crew around my way. I used to live on the west side of the Bronx, on a block up from Sedgwick Avenue, and some cats that I went to school with on the next block over has a crew called the
Casanova Towers and all that over there.
Say what?
River Park Towers over there.
Yeah, right up the block from River Park Towers. So the building right next to the firehouse on Sedgwick, when you go turn off Burnside, going towards the towers.
I know I had a little shorty over there back in the day.
All right. Yeah. Well, that's where the Casanova crew was at. There was just a group of dudes that hung out together. You know what I mean? They was from the building, the block, whatever. You know, some of them was b-boys. So that Casanova concept was dope to me, and so I took the name Casanova Fly.
Did y'all think y'all was cool and fly? Like,
hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
Well, we get all the bitches. Like, what?
I thought they was, you know what I mean? I was still young, you know what I mean? Coming into myself. And I'm like, that's the persona that I want to put forth. That's, you know what I mean? That's how I see myself. So yeah, you motherfucking right. From that time on, from the time I adopted that name, Casanova Fly, I became a Casanova and Fly.
Right.
I mean, you had to live up to your shit back then. Now you got the grand this and that and the such and such, and you know what I mean. But if you wasn't that, you couldn't walk around playing that shit. You get played out. Fuck out of here. What's grand about you? What's fly about you? You know what I mean? You had to be that shit.
So you start as a DJ in the Casanova crew, yes? You had your equipment or something shit, or you just
B-boy first
do it?
B-boy thing got me my name.
So b-boying, for those that don't understand, b-boying, you were like breakdancing and MCing shit. I mean, breakdancing and popping and shit like that.
I wasn't pop. I didn't pop. Popping was the West Coast Soul Train shit back then. You know what I mean? Which we adopted a little later on.
Okay.
But, yeah, I was into the b-boy aspect. After a while, I kind of outgrew it, and I was looking for the next level, which was playing music, DJ.
Right.
So that's when I got into DJ, and I kept the name Casanova Fly.
What age are you around this time?
I'm like, 14.
Okay.
B-boying, and then like 15, 16, 17 as a DJ.
Okay. So how long you DJing?
I'm DJing for, from 75 to like 70 to 80.
Because I started as a DJ as well, but go ahead.
So yeah, about 75 to 80. I had different crews. First, I had a partner, DJ Disco Wiz, my brother, my best friend, and he became my DJ partner. And then I went through a series of different, crews, MCs that came and went, to eventually I joined the Cold Crush Brothers with my brother JDL. And and that was like 80. We stayed in the lab all year, and then we came out in 81, just start smashing shit.
So hold on. You meet JDL, and he already trying to put like the Cold Crush together, or where did that name come from? Because first of all, the first time I heard the name Cold Crush, I said, yo, that shit just sounded so fucking hard, like cold crushing motherfucking tough ass 4MC. Holy shit.
No doubt.
Who, why, when, where?
JDL was a part of my group since it was the Mighty Force, and since Whip and Dada Rock was down with me.
Okay? Oh, really?
This is way before they joined the Fantastic Five and all that.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Whip and Dada Rock started out with me. They was the Salt and Pepper MCs. They left. They got down with Charlie Chase.
So they was Salt and Pepper before Salt and Pepper.
Yeah, they original Salt and Pepper. Salt and Pepper got their whole shit from Whip and Dot.
Wow. Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, my mic sound nice. Check. That's Whip and Dot. That's Whip and Dot. And I got tapes of them doing that shit.
Wow.
You know, so yeah. So they were part of my crew in the early days. Like I said, they left and a few MCs left, but the one MC that was left throughout all the, the shifting and changing was JDL. Then we just started performing by ourselves, the Notorious 2. So if you look on, there's like a year and a half of flyers that me and JDL is on damn near every flyer. You know what I mean? Just as a part of
Notorious,
just as the Notorious 2.
Right.
Then we both joined the Cold Crush.
So now the Cold Crush, the other members would be Easy AD and Almighty KG. Now, what they was already rocking together, and then y'all kind of just Voltroned. What? How did that form?
What happened was, Tony Tone started the Cold Crush. Tony Tone was DJ Breakout, down with DJ Breakout Baron and the original Funky Four, the Brothers Disco.
Right. Now, to be clear, Tony Tone was never leaving the girls alone, right?
Right, exactly.
I just want to be clear. Okay, continue.
That was his moniker. He was the equipment man for the Brothers Disco. After a while, once they start breaking up and moving and shaking, Tone left, started his own crew. He found Charlie Chase, which was like the only Puerto Rican DJ that was scratching, or cutting up, break beats and shit. So he started a crew around Chase.
And that was impressive too. Like, I guess that was kind of y'all hook. Like, look, we got a Puerto Rican guy that could scratch. Like,
exactly.
Yeah, and that was
he could cut up breaks with the best of the DJs out there. So Tone, thought that would be cool. So he wanted to put some MCs around him that could be competitive with a Funky Four, with the L Brothers at the time, with the Furious Five, like that. So little by little, he started recruiting MCs. Now, the last MCs they had was the MCs, my former MCs, Whip and Dot, okay, and Mr. T. They moved on to form the Fantastic Five with Kevin them.
Yes.
So
as well. But not like Cold Crush. I mean, the Fantastic Five, I loved them, but Cold Crush was something else, boy. I tell you, I'm talking about.
Tone went to South Bronx High School, and so did Easy AD. So they connected there. So Easy AD was one of like the first Cold Crush MC. You know what I mean? So boom. Now Chase goes about trying to recruit me. I'm like, I don't want to be down with nobody. I always had my own crew, always did my own thing. But he was like, yo, you join forces with me, man. You whip up these, the MCs, and we got a crew. We could be able to fuck around. I'm like, ah. And after a while, I was like, fuck it. If JDL is down, I'm down. They didn't want JDL. They didn't want JDL. They were scared of JDL. They was like, yo, that nigga's he crazy. Like, yo, he be
He's a wild boy.
No, that's my nigga, though. That's my dude. I'm like, look, if he ain't down, I ain't down. So I kept doing, me and JDL kept doing Notorious 2 parties. So Charlie finally said, yo, fuck it, man. All right, y'all down. So now it's me, JDL, and Easy AD. We need one more MC.
At the end of the line.
Chase set up auditions. He said, Kaz, I need you to come over and check out some MCs. Let me know, which one I should keep. So it was only 2 people. It was KG and this kid named Dynamite T.
Wait, they the only ones that showed up for the audition?
Yeah. It was local. What I mean? And everybody was felt they was down with somebody.
Right. Everybody was, all spots was damn near filled. So you was
right.
Like, get 2 motherfuckers to come in. I got it.
Right. So I listened to him They both was all right, but one of them sounded like, yo, this nigga, he sounded like he could, you know what I mean?
Right.
Anchor man right there. Boom. Not good voice, you know what I mean? Good flow. Take him. That was KG. You know what I mean? Once KG was down, then that was the Cold Crush 4 as you know it. And like I said, we went into the lab for a year. Once we got the lineup, we got everything straight. All right, come to my house. This is the practice schedule, and this is where we're gonna get it in every day. Every day. Next season, we come out.
But because you know, I gotta be honest, y'all sounded like y'all did that. Like y'all seriously, y'all shit was so polished. Like the way y'all would like. First of all, the way y'all would take whatever was popular at the time, whether it be a commercial, a TV show theme, a fucking song that was on the radio right at the time, and then flip it on some hip hop shit and like have it go perfectly. And I mean perfectly with the break beats. Like this shit was fucking the way y'all would use like the big beat or especially love rap. Love rap.
But love rap, that was the universal theme for every hip hop.
Love rap just
groups to
so
rock
well. Yes, it worked so well with so many people's fucking routines that it's crazy. That's one of my favorite breaks to this day, probably. Like y'all shit was just at an extra level, like it was at an extra level of showmanship. You know, from what I understand, y'all might have even been doing the little steps and all this type of shit too.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. We
now,
did
shit I couldn't see. You see, I couldn't see this, but from what I'm listening to, just
right.
there
were pauses in the tape where you just heard people, you heard the music,
and we knew you was doing yes. We knew you was doing something because
that was the steps
of the reaction in the background, like, oh yeah, they must be doing some steps right there because
yeah,
they're acting like, oh yeah, that's fly.